Welcome to the Stockton Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of the many different sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. This presentation is being recorded and will be available to you within about a week at the same website where you registered. And now I'd like to go over to the University of New Mexico.
Well, thanks for being here, folks. Really appreciate it. Let me talk about where I went to college and graduated. Now, I started at the University of New Mexico in 1974 as a student. I look just about the same today as I did then. And there are some things that have changed just a little bit, but some things haven't. I've got my lovely assistant tonight answering the Q&A. Ashlyn, thanks for being here. And I always ask folks, what do you know about the University of New Mexico? And I always hear UNM, unfortunately, not much. So let's start with location. UNM, University Not Close to Mom. That's right, you're leaving beautiful Northern California and going to Albuquerque, New Mexico. And you hear Albuquerque, New Mexico, and you're starting to think Albuquerque, the desert, flat and hot. We're not. We're actually in the Rocky Mountains. UNM, University Next to Mountains. Will it snow? Oh yeah, more than you'll see in Stockton. UNM means usually not much. There is a ski resort 20 minutes from campus, and guess what? You'll even see snow 3 or 4 times in the city each year. UNM, University near the middle. Albuquerque is about the same size as Sacramento. So that gives you some perspective. And we're 10 minutes from the airport, a 5-mile drive. Lots to do in Albuquerque. We're located on Route 66. If you saw the movie Cars, then you went right past our university. Hot air balloon fiesta, right there. 1,200 hot air balloons rise each October. Old Town. Great restaurants downtown. People love to go there. Kind of touristy, but it's fun. Santa Fe, an hour away. What do you say? Meow Wolf, the immersive interactive art experience. Carlsbad Caverns, 5-hour drive from our campus. Go with your classmates. Makes it for a great weekend getaway. Colorado is 3 hours away. Denver, 6 hours. So we're right there in the center of so much to do. The Grand Canyon, again, a 7-hour drive. You're probably thinking UNM, University near, much to do. Absolutely. But beyond that, let's talk about the campus. UNM, University of a nice medium size. Not too big, not too small. We're just right. We're on the semester program. Students, you go from late August to mid-December, out 5 weeks, home for the holidays, come back in mid-January, you're done the middle of May for a nice 13-week summer. What's there to study? 220 different programs. And right now you're thinking, wow, UNM, University of Numerous Majors. Let's talk engineering. UNM, University from nuclear to mechanical and every other kind of engineering. Chemical, civil, comp sci, construction, electrical. We did build a Formula One race car. We weren't the best in the world. We did from number 11. Business, UNM, University with a number of management programs, entrepreneur, finance, accounting, organizational leadership, architecture. You see, you get your own studio right on campus, and there's a Master's of Architect as well. UNM, University for Nursing and Medicine. We've got the largest hospital in the state of New Mexico on our campus. And we have pre-med as well as the medical school, direct entry nursing, athletic training, exercise science, public health, pharmacy. You're probably thinking, well, that's none of what I like music. UNM, University Now for Music, the largest performing arts center in the state of New Mexico on our campus. Maybe you're into film. UNM, University for Netflix Movies. That's not Netflix Studios students, that's actually the University of New Mexico. And we also partner with NBC Universal as well as Blizzard. Top tier dance, Hamilton's coming to our campus. You may not know what you want to study. Perfect, UNM, undecided no more, come explore, options galore will open the door to something you're looking for. Top tier research. This student got paid almost $1,000 a month to do research while a student. Honors College, small group discussion classes. What could be better? UNM, we're going to get you ready today for that big tomorrow. University for now and manana. 400 different clubs and organizations. We want you to come experience the classroom and the extra fun. D1, free tickets to basketball, to football, national champs in women's cross country. What did it be like to live on campus? UNM, University Nice as a Marriott. That upper suite, one student this year because of the pandemic. Dining 24/7, one plan, one price, that's nice. UNM, unlimited number of meals. ROTC, UNM, University with Navy, Marine, Army, Air Force. Let's talk about applying. Seniors, you can apply anytime. We do rolling admission. You can apply today. You don't need to decide till next May. And you're thinking, wow, UNM, how much is it going to cost? Well, UNM, you need money. We've got scholarship. 3.0 will show you the dough to help you go. Students, this is your total cost. If you have a 3.0, you're getting the WUI Plus or more. So let me just conclude by saying, thank you for being here. Class of 2021, time to get it done. You can apply online, do it anytime. Email me, Gary B, and I'll waive the fee. Send your transcript, don't worry about that test, I'll do the rest. You got a 3.0, you're getting dough. You got a 4, you're getting more. 3.9 fine, 3.8 great. Don't be a fool, stay in school is cool. Go to college, get to knowledge. Gary B, remember me when you're making that list. UNM, University not to be missed. That's how we like to open the show. So thanks, folks. We're going to turn it over to Annabelle. And thanks again for being here.
Thank you so much. Our next institution that you will hear from is the University of Alabama. So just a reminder, if you have questions for our presenters, please drop them in the Q&A and list the institution if you have a question directly to them. So I'll hand it over to the University of Alabama.
Thanks, Annabelle. So I am Sam Foster with the University of Alabama. I'm just going to go ahead and apologize in advance for having a few less rhymes than Gary B tonight. But I'll be happy to tell you about the University of Alabama and things that we do have to offer. You can see here, this is our mascot, Big Owl, up here at the top. And we will just go ahead and start rolling here. Got a few pictures of campus right here and the surrounding area, so you can get kind of a feel of what UA actually looks like. And you can see our total enrollment over here on the left side. We have about 38,000 students, so it's a pretty big school, but along with that, we have a lot of opportunities for you in and out of the classroom, and I'll be happy to talk about that here in just a second. Also, in that 38,000, probably my favorite thing about the University of Alabama is that of that total enrollment, 60% of our students actually come from out of state. That's the second highest percentage in the country for public schools. So it makes for a really great college experience to be around people, not just from Alabama, not just from the South, but also from the rest of the country. California is actually in our top 10 states that students come from, and I'll talk about that more in just a second as well. Here we kind of highlight some of our interesting students, and if you want a link to this presentation, I'll be happy to send that over. Just shoot me an email later on and I'll send you the link for this so you can read more about our students here. We've got Caitlin and Joel, and they just kind of tell you a little bit more about their experience at UA. Then you can see here, I know it's a little bit small, I'll zoom in on that for you. But this is a map of where our students are going after they graduate. So I mentioned that California is in our top 10 states that students come from, but also in our top 10 states that students go to after graduation. So you can see here, we've got students all over the country. Out here in California, we've got Sophia down in Beverly Hills. We've got people over in New York, DC, Texas. Jeremy actually went to school with me at UA. Now he's over in North Carolina doing nursing. Andrew here is actually from New Jersey, came to UA and enjoyed it so much he's sticking around and got a job in Huntsville, Alabama. You can also see our top 10 cities that students go to after graduation down here on the bottom. And along with this, we are number 2 in the entire country for internship placement. So not just, we're great on finding you jobs after you graduate, but also getting that real world experience while you're still a student. We have an amazing career center on our campus that any student can go to from day one on campus throughout the rest of your life. And we also have smaller, more specific career centers for engineering, business, and communications. And we'll get into the majors a little bit more as well. Here we've got a couple more students. You can see Jane and Matthew here. Again, I'll be happy to send this over to you if you want a copy, and you can read more about those students a little bit later on. Here's a little bit more about the surrounding area. So we are located in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, a great college town of about 100,000 people, which I think is the perfect size. It's big enough where we have shops and restaurants, things to do, lots of events going on, but not so big that it gets crowded and you have to worry about traffic and things like that. We're also located in a great spot right here in the middle of everything in the South. So it's about an hour away from Birmingham, which is the largest city in Alabama. If you come out for a visit, which we would love for you to do, you can fly into Birmingham, Alabama. And then it's just an hour down the freeway to our campus. We're also only about 3 hours away from Atlanta, about 3.5 to Nashville, 4 hours to New Orleans, and then about 4.5 to the beaches down here on the Gulf Coast, and about 4.5 also to the mountains up here in Tennessee and North Carolina. So really a great location if you like to go on weekend trips, go on adventures, spring break down here at the beach, lots of great options for you. Again, we'd love to have you come out to visit. This is the website right here to sign up for a campus tour, gobama.ua.edu/visits. You can sign up for an in-person campus tour if you feel like traveling at the moment. If you are not feeling comfortable with that, I completely understand. We do offer virtual visits as well, so you can check out campus from the comfort of your own home. We also have virtual information sessions from different departments on campus. So it's kind of like this, where you'll actually hear from a faculty staff member on our campus who is an expert in engineering or business or the honors college, and they'll do a little presentation, then you'll have a chance to ask them questions live as well. So feel free to check out that website, whether you're going to come out to campus or just check it out virtually. We'd love to have you. Here's some more information about our campus life. You can see here we have over 600 student organizations. These are just a few of the categories that those fall into. So really that's a club for pretty much anything you can think of. If we don't have it, you can actually start it yourself. So that's a pretty great thing as well. And it's a very easy process. We also have the largest Greek system in the country. A lot of people associate UA with our Greek life because of that fact, but it's actually only about 1/3 of our campus that's Greek. So if that's your thing, if you're interested in being in a fraternity or sorority, it's a great option for you. It's a great way to meet people and get involved on our campus. If that's not your thing, we have 600 other organizations you can join. So we've got a little bit of something for everybody in Tuscaloosa. Here's a list of our majors. Some of our top programs fall into our College of Business, College of Communications, and College of Engineering. We have the #1 public relations program in the entire country. We also have the #1 faculty member in the entire country in our College of Arts and Sciences and our Criminal Justice and Criminology program. And then we've got, like I mentioned, we have some great programs in our College of Business and our College of Engineering, along with their own career centers to help you get internships, co-ops, and jobs after you graduate. So if you know what you want to major in, check it out on here. If you're not sure, this is a great place to start and see if you can find something that you're interested in. Here's our scholarship information. I'll actually come back to that in just a second, and we'll skip down here to the application process. So our application is very, very easy. There are no essays, no letters of recommendation. Students usually tell me it takes 15 or 20 minutes to fill out. And we're on this link down here at the bottom, gobama.ua.edu/apply. So for any seniors here tonight, we are test optional for fall 2021. So if you haven't had a chance to take the test, I completely understand. Feel free to apply without a test score, or if you do have one, feel free to send that as well. Other than that, we're just going to be looking at your GPA off your transcript, your overall GPA and your core GPA specifically. And that's all we look at for admission. So it's a pretty simple process. Really quick, I know I'm about to run out of time here, but these are some of our scholarships that we offer for students with a test score. So these are automatic offers based on GPA and test scores. We offer other scholarships of the same similar values for students who don't have the test score. So either way, we've got some options for you there. But I think I'm out of time, but thank you all so much for being here, and I will pass it along to the next school.
Great, thank you so much. Our next institution is Arizona State University. Again, you can feel free to ask questions to our presenters at any time. They're here to answer your questions.
Awesome. So thank you guys for joining me. Let me just get this presentation up. There we go. I'm like, it was not trying to share right now. Okay, there we go. Let's get started. Okay, so good evening. My name is Lala Lassiter, and I am the South Bay Regional Admissions Coordinator for Arizona State. I'm going to begin with our charter. I think it's something that sets us apart from other universities and out-of-state universities. I'll leave you to read the full charter, but just to summarize it up, at ASU, we are measured not by whom we exclude, but rather by whom we include and how they succeed. I love this about ASU because we are very inclusive, we are very diverse. We have students from all 50 states attend ASU, along with over 100 countries. So these students are very much involved locally, socially, and globally. They are trying to solve real world problems. They're trying to make the world a better place by coming up with their own apps, their own inventions, their own businesses. They're building drones, they're engaging in research. And for that reason, takes us to our next slide. We are the #1 in US for innovation for the 6th year now, knocking out some top universities, and we're very proud of this. We didn't give this ranking to ourselves. This was given to us by other higher education professionals and other professors, and they said, you know, I see the types of students at ASU, I see the types of professors there, the kinds of programs, you know, these students, these professors, they are creative. You know, we have students that have interned with NASA and doing internships on Mars and just doing cool stuff like that, starting their own COVID test because, I mean, a 12-inch Q-tip is very invasive. So we had a student that launched their own COVID test this year that they were able to provide for staff and students. We are the #4 public university for first-year experience along with undergraduate education. So just know at ASU, you get the quality of education that you pay for. And if you want that big, robust, you know, big university, D1 sports, over 1,000 clubs, so much school spirit, we want you at ASU. So location is everything. Outside of, you know, the sweltering summer heat, our average temperature is 75 degrees. So most people, they travel to Arizona, to California, to Florida. They follow the sun. And so what I like about ASU is that all our campuses have pools, about 2 or so. So on a hot day, you can go cool down and go swim. We have 5 campuses in the state of Arizona, 4 in the greater Phoenix area. So you're part of a huge community. Scottsdale is ranked #1, the place to find a job in the US. We have 41,000 plus of acres, desert park reserves. Geographically, Arizona is very beautiful. Tempe is the top city in Arizona to start a career. So just know you're part of a growing community. Phoenix is the 5th largest city in the US. So how cool you are part of a university where so many people are moving to, they're coming to there. It's an inexpensive place to live. The weather is nice, it's very beautiful. In the greater Phoenix area, we have 4 campuses. So depending on what you want to study, what you want to do, I'm going to begin with our downtown Phoenix campus. So right in the heart of that metropolitan downtown Phoenix, we call this like our professional campus just because of the type of careers you can go to based off studying things at this campus. So our College of Nursing, Health and Innovation, medical studies, and all of our majors are direct entry. We have exercise science, kinesiology, our Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communications. We have a law school there, our hotel, tourism management, the government sector, public service and public policy. So if you want to study social work, criminology, criminal justice, this is a great campus for you. Our Polytechnic campus is like our maker and doer campus, also unofficially the gamer campus. If you like to play video games, which makes sense because outside of Tempe, this is our 2nd engineering campus. So students are working on projects here, STEM robotics, they're building drones. We also have a flight school there. So we have students studying to be pilots. I did get in a flight simulator and drive about 160 miles per hour in a plane in the desert. So Poly is a great campus. It is very beautiful too. It has a desert arboretum. So you'll see a lot of plants, a lot of gardens, a lot of greenery, a lot of colors. West Campus, our humanities and liberal arts style campus. So you'll see forensic psychology, education, some business, race and cultural studies. And then Tempe, our first campus built and most historic. You'll see most of our majors there. We have our College of Business, College of Engineering, our Teachers College, our College of Sustainability, architecture, music, film, media, dance, theater, so many things to do and study within all of our 4 campuses. I bet you guys can assume we are big on community just because we have so much school spirit. Add all of our campuses up, the student population is about 70,000 students, which makes us one of the largest institutions in the US just because we have, like I said, those 4 campuses. We have 1,000 plus student clubs, 7 student coalitions, and then over 65 religious organizations and houses of worship. So you can continue whatever religion you're a part of. You can make friends, get your future roommates, get involved, have fun outside of your classes by joining these. We have fraternities and sororities as well, club sports, D2 and D3 sports, intramural sports. So there's a lot of ways to get involved. We want you to have fun outside of your classes. So how do you become a Sun Devil? That's why you guys are here. I'm going to tell you. So these are our mission requirements. We've always been test optional, but this year for merit scholarships, we did not require test scores. However, if you do have them, you can send them, and please send them officially through ACT or College Board. We would not accept them if they're written on your application. You can find us on the Coalition app, the Common app, and then our Sun Devil app on our website. So these are the things we want you to have. Our application should take you no more than 30 to 45 minutes. We just want you to be a good student. So we're more so focused on these core A through G classes. We ask that you have a C or better, but we do accept Ds for credit. If you do have those test scores, like I said, go ahead and send them in. We just ask that you have an unweighted 3.0 GPA. If you don't have that, then at least have those test scores. But like I said, they're not really required this year for admission. We do have a lot of visit options. We host virtual events every day. And so just come visit us to hear more about ASU. Our More to Explore event is all next week. So sign up to come see us. Again, thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us. My name is Laura Lassiter. Have a good evening.
Thank you. And our next institution to hear from today is Northern Arizona University. Again, just a reminder, if you have questions to a specific institution, whether they are presenting at that time, please still add the institution's name so they can answer your question. And I'll hand it over to Northern Arizona University.
Great, good evening. My name's Susan Maxwell and I'm with Northern Arizona University. I'm based in Northern California and I work with students from Northern and Central California. So today I want to start by talking about Flagstaff, Arizona. It is a unique destination. In this picture, you can see the San Francisco mountain peaks. We're at 7,000 feet elevation, so it is a mountainous region. Flagstaff is a great college town. You can walk to a lot of shops and restaurants. There's lots to do outdoors, and we do get 4 distinct seasons. So yes, there's snow, there's rain, but thankfully a lot of sunshine. And we've actually never hit 100 degrees before. So in our area, there's plenty to do outdoors. We're about 15 miles from a ski resort. You can explore the urban trail in Flagstaff. There's also lots of parks nearby. We're about 90 minutes from the Grand Canyon and 2 hours north of Phoenix. So NAU was founded in 1899. We do have a big campus with about 20,000 undergraduates. About 60% of our students are from Arizona, and our other students are out of state or international. So living on campus is not a requirement, but most of our first year students do choose to live on campus. So there's lots of great places to live. And your first year, you would be paired with someone from your major or academic college. Also, when you're living on campus, there's lots of great places to eat. And we even have food delivery robots, so making it as convenient as possible. So NAU has lots of traditions, life at 7,000 feet. Here's one of them called Running of the Freshmen, where students can run across the football field at our first home football game. There's over 400 clubs and organizations. So we have sports, a Greek system, ways to get involved as a leader, and also we bring plenty of entertainment to campus so you can take a break from the books. We are the Lumberjacks. We have 15 Division I athletic teams. Most of our teams are in the Big West Conference or Big Sky Conference, excuse me, and our water sports are in the Western Athletic Conference. And our men's cross country team, well, simply put, they're very fast. They've been national champs for a few years in a row. So talking about academics, we have close to 100 undergraduate degree programs. Average class size is about 35. There's always a lot of research opportunities on campus. One of our professors recently got a grant from NASA to study the main asteroid belt. Another group is looking at tooth decay in minority children populations. So really the subjects range from A to Z. So briefly, I'm going to show you our majors. I know these are small and hard to read. We do have all of these listed on our website, but quite a few options for students to choose from. And here's a few more. And what I'm going to do is quickly go through our 9 different academic colleges. and touch on a few points. One of them is the Honors College. So there's about 1,500 students. You would apply for this program and have smaller classes, and there is a new residential community. We also have our graduate college, which operates several accelerated programs. So from athletic training to business, engineering, psychology, and more, there's lots to choose from. And our competitive programs are nursing and dental hygiene. Oops, let me go back to that. So we have an excellent study abroad program. There's over 70 countries to choose from, and you could do a semester, a full year, or even a summer program. And talking about admissions, so we're just looking at these 16 core classes, your unweighted GPA. We are test score optional. And if you are interested in applying to Northern Arizona, I do have our fee waiver code on the screen there. So for fall 2021, it's hashtag NAU21. And it is okay to be missing a requirement or two. However, you can't be missing a math and a science class, or you can't be missing 2 classes from the same area. So we do try to be transparent about our tuition. So if you're coming from the Stockton area, you'll automatically qualify for the WUI rate, which is a little under $16,000 per year. We also have some other costs on the screen for you. And another word about WUI, if you're coming from one of those highlighted states, you will get the rate. It does apply to all programs, and there's nothing extra you need to do to qualify for that. And I think it gets better. We also have scholarships for students coming from WUI areas. So the gold is $6,000 per year, and the blue is $5,000 per year. And the GPA you see on the screen, just remember that's the GPA we're going to calculate for you from those 16 core classes. So it will most likely be different than the one on your transcript. And also, we encourage students to submit the FAFSA, and there are additional scholarships that you can research and review online and apply for. And coming up, we have a Discover NAU event on November 14th, so you can learn more about life as a lumberjack, and we are hosting virtual information sessions on a regular basis. So that's my presentation for Northern Arizona University. And again, my name's Susan Maxwell. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Great, thank you so much. And our next presenter is Julia.
Yes,
today
I'm.
with Colorado State University. Thank you.
Thanks. Sorry, I'm having a technical issue here for a second. Get it rolling here. Good evening, everyone. My name is Justin Smalley, and I am the Northern the Northern California admissions representative for Colorado State University in Fort Collins, Colorado. I actually am not too far from Stockton. I live just outside of Sacramento. I'm in Woodland, California, on the Sacramento Valley. So if any of you in attendance this evening have any questions about Colorado State, please feel free to shoot me an email or feel free to call my work cell or text me. We do get a lot of emails these days, so sometimes it's easier to get hold of me via phone. So today I'm going to tell you a little bit about CSU Collins. So our university, we are the second largest public university in the state of Colorado. We are located in lovely Fort Collins, Colorado. So there is a state map here, right down here. Denver will be right in the heart of Colorado. And then we're located 1 hour directly north of Denver, located in northern Colorado, about 30 miles south of the Wyoming border. And we are along what's called the Front Range of Colorado, so right where the Great Plains of the United States end, and then boom, you got the eastern side of the Rocky Mountains. So the town of Fort Collins is relatively flat, but then 5 miles outside of Fort Collins, you'll start getting into the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. So if you want to start going up to like 11, 12,000 feet above sea level, you can easily find that. And it's definitely a or very popular for many of our students to try to hike up as many 14ers, which are mountains over 14,000 feet during their time as students in Colorado State. Our elevation is 5,000 feet above sea level. Weather-wise, we do get about 50 inches of snow during the winter time. The average winter high will be about 45 degrees. The average summer high will be about 85. We do have 4 distinct seasons in Fort Collins. Also, the town of Fort Collins has been recognized as a great place to live by many different like sources out there, by Money Magazine, like one of the best places to live in America. Also a very livable community. It's not too big of a town, the 4th largest town in Colorado. So it really will have all the big city amenities that you're looking for in a major metropolitan area like Denver, but it still has that small town flavor. Our campus is located right in the heart of Fort Collins. Our campus lies on 500 acres, so it's a good-sized campus, about a 15-minute walk from one side to the other. The eastern side of our campus will mainly be the academic buildings. The central part of campus will be the social aspects, where you'll find the student center, library. The eastern side of our campus, the western side will be the residence halls. We do require first-year students to live on campus, and we have many opportunities for athletics, a lot of intramural fields, and then outdoor recreation is really a huge part of life for many of our students that attend Colorado State. We're very close to a canyon area, and also a huge reservoir lake where students can go boating or whitewater rafting, kayaking, fishing. Also on the other side of the reservoir lake, many opportunities for camping and backpacking. And also we're about an hour away from Rocky Mountain National Park, where some of the best views really in the world, to be honest. Our community is very bicycle friendly. You'll find bicycle lanes throughout the campus, throughout the town of Fort Collins. So once again, just kind of piggybacking off that, outdoor recreation is a huge part of life. Also, as far as the academic side of the house at Colorado State, right now we have about 26,000 undergraduate students. We are the land-grant university for the state of Colorado, so we kind of have similar historical roots to like a UC Davis out here in Northern California, to give you some perspective. Probably our most recognized program is our veterinary medicine graduate school, which is currently ranked 3rd in North America. We're just kind of behind UC Davis, Cornell. But because of that, we have very strong undergraduate programs in the animal sciences, things like we have a major in animal science or zoology, also equine science, or also conservation biology, a lot of cool majors that deal with animal and wildlife in general. Also, we're known as a very sustainable university. We've been recognized by quite a few different distinctions out there as being probably the most sustainable university in the U.S. Meaning we, over 1/3 of our classes have a focus on sustainability. Also, we have a lot of majors that deal with different sustainable environmental conservation areas. We have a very strong College of Natural Resources that takes on different, there's 9 different majors in that college, where you can have a major that takes on a different approach to environmental science, things like ecosystem science and sustainability, watershed science, forestry, geology. So a lot of different areas to go into. Also, we are very strong in the agricultural sciences and life sciences as far as public universities go in the state of Colorado. Some of our most popular programs right now will be health and exercise science, biology, business, psychology, and mechanical engineering communication studies. So kind of a wide variety overall. We have 74 undergraduate majors. We're a very hands-on learning university, and within many of our majors, students can have a specialized area in that broad major. So if you go into business, you can have a specialization in marketing, finance, computer information systems, things of that nature. One cool little tidbit, 89% of our students who have graduated say that they would choose Colorado State all over again. We really want our students to be involved on campus in one of our over 500 student organizations. And we are our mascot, we are the Ram. So our Ram comes to many of our athletic events. And just to kind of wrap up here, we are a member of the Common Application to apply. We are also a member of the Western Undergraduate Exchange Program. So just by completing the admissions application, you'll be eligible for the Western Undergraduate Exchange Program award, and then also our other merit awards as well. We do a holistic review for admissions. December 1st is our early action date, and February 1st is our final date for admissions. And once again, there's my contact information, and I will wrap up. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And the next institution that you will hear from this evening is Prescott College. So that is the last institution. So just make sure that if you have questions that you have for any of the presenters today, please drop them in the Q&A and address and also add the institution's name to that question. And now I'll hand it over to Prescott College.
Thank you so much. So, hi, my name is Callan Peterson, and I'm Assistant Director of Admissions at Prescott College. I'm so excited to see that you're interested in learning more about college in general, and in this case, about our awesome school community. So to start us off, I want to talk, of course, about where Prescott College is. So we are a small, private, liberal arts college with a focus on social and environmental justice. We're located in beautiful Prescott, Arizona, just about an hour and a half north of Phoenix, up in the Bradshaw Mountains, settled right on the edge of the Prescott National Forest. Our location makes us a perfectly suited launching point for both our experiential field-based learning model and all of the outdoor activities that the Prescott area is famous for, such as hiking, rock climbing, biking, and kayaking. But Prescott College is about more than just its wonderful location. We're about our students. The key principle behind Prescott College is to educate students to make a living, making a difference. Students who come to Prescott College want to be the difference in the world that they want to see, and that's why we call our students change makers. Our graduates go off to be the change they want to see in the world, becoming community organizers, founders and CEOs of non-for-profits, and even US senators. And our partnerships with organizations such as the US National Forest Service, NOLS, Outward Bound, and many more mean that our students are stepping right out into the jobs that they want. Prescott supports our students towards this goal by taking a very different approach to education that has won us numerous awards for innovation. First off, we follow an experiential model that puts our students in classes that cap at 20 students and average just 14, where we split our class time between hands-on based fieldwork and discussion-based Socratic seminars. So students aren't sitting in lecture halls of 300 people being assessed through 200 question multiple choice tests. They're in small classes being assessed through projects, presentations, papers, and internships. This allows students to have much greater direction over their learning. We also are a block schedule school. This means that our students don't take all of their classes concurrently. They instead just take one class at a time for 4 weeks. This allows for both greater dive into their topic of study and more opportunities for fieldwork and internships. All of this together makes students the drivers of their education, having the ability to not only direct the model of their learning, but also have direct control over their degree. Speaking of degrees, Prescott has a large number of undergraduate fields of study, with our most popular being our Adventure of Education BA, which is the longest running adventure education program in the country. Our Environmental Studies BS, which between our top 10 in the nation's sustainability studies ranking and our US Forest Service partnership, is one of the best environmental programs out there. Our Cultural and Regional Studies BA, Psychology and Human Development, Interdisciplinary Studies, both a BA and a BFA in the arts, and a BA in education with full levels of certification. On top of that, we offer dozens of master's and PhD programs, including all of our top ranked sustainability programs, including Resilient and Sustainable Communities MS, Master's in Sustainability Leadership MBA, MS in Sustainable Food Systems, our top ranked MS in Counseling program, and many more. And really one of the best things about our master's programs is all of them are available to be taken as part of a tuition-free accelerated degree, where students complete both their bachelor's and master's in just 5 years and don't pay for their 5th year of tuition. Another way that we encourage our students to take advantage of learning hands-on is through our huge variety of remote and field-based blocks and semesters that don't cost anything extra for our students, with international opportunities at our field stations in Masai Land, Kenya, Kino Bay, Mexico, Telemark, Norway, and in Costa Rica. all of which are owned and operated by the college, so still taught in that same hands-on experiential model. We also have a number of domestic opportunities, top of which is our Grand Canyon semester, followed by our programs through Eco League and the Consortium for Innovative Environments and Learning. Now, there's a lot of other things that make Prescott College great. One of them is our application process. At Prescott, we follow a holistic admissions approach, meaning that we are interested in getting to know who you are as a person, not just what your grades were. For that reason, while we require students to submit their transcripts, we also require an admissions essay and a personal reference with their application. Oh, and our application is free because we never want finances to be a barrier to students applying to college, and we are on the Common App. In terms of community, student life, and housing, Prescott College has an incredible student community with so many student-run clubs, a beautiful campus, and we're just blocks away from historic downtown Prescott. We have some incredible LEED Platinum certified dorms for our incoming students, which continue the trend of our campus being 100% solar powered and sustainable. And in terms of scholarships and affordability, 99% of undergraduate students who come to Prescott will receive institutional aid. And with our up to $16,000 a year Changemaker scholarship, we're one of the most affordable private colleges around. And as a private non-for-profit college, we don't have a difference between in-state and out-of-state tuition. So what to do next? Stay connected. You can find out more, schedule a visit, a tour, a virtual tour, or connect with your admissions counselor all through our website, prescott.edu. And if you have any questions for me, my contact information is on the screen and you can find me on our website. I hope to see you all this fall as a new Prescott College student, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much. And thank you to all of the presenters for sharing some insightful information regarding your institution. So I know we still have several minutes left. So please, if you have questions, please drop them into the Q&A, and our presenters are here to answer them and give you more information on their institution. So I know we have about 3 more minutes. Really quick, I would like to ask the representatives if you can just share one really quick tradition that is really unique to your institution, or that is your favorite of them all. And I will actually go in the order in which you presented. So I will first start with the University of New Mexico.
Oh, thanks. And one of my favorite traditions is graduation. And at graduation, we bring back the Lobos that had graduated, the students from 50 years ago, and we called them Golden Lobos. And it's a great big ceremony. Yeah, they're in their 70s, and I'm looking forward to getting back and being a Golden Lobo in the near, well, not the near future, but eventually.
Great. And next, the University of Alabama.
Yeah, so one of our coolest traditions is also graduation related. So our students who are graduating traditionally wear a black gown and a black cap, but if you have a 4.0 over your whole 4 years at UA, you get a crimson hat. So it really kind of makes you stand out from the crowd, and it's something to be really proud about. So make sure you get started as a freshman.
Yes, yes. And Arizona State University?
I would say the curtain of distraction. So during basketball games, I mean, students kind of lost it when Michael Phelps jumped out with his Speedo and all his medals. So the opposing team, when they're shooting free throws, we will have just random people or things, even a T-Rex have jumped out of there to distract them from making any points. So students love that.
Yes, I've seen that. Next is Northern Arizona University.
Sure. One of my favorite traditions is when students spell out NAU. So usually we have about 5,000 new students. They head out to the field and spell NAU with their bodies. So that's one of our fun traditions.
Great to hear. And Colorado State?
Yes, right behind me is the recreation center, but up on one of the foothills behind me, there is a rock that juts out that's called Horsetooth Mountain, and the rock actually looks like a horse's tooth, so that's why it's called Horsetooth Mountain. But it's a tradition to hike up there while you're a student, maybe more than once, but it's not too far away from campus. But it's a good night.
Yes, I'm sure it's very beautiful as well. And Prescott?
My favorite tradition for the school is actually our orientation, which actually lasts 4 whole weeks. It's the full first class that students take, and it includes a 21-day backpacking trip in Arizona, which is really fantastic.
Oh, that is wonderful to hear. So thank you so much for sharing those traditions, and thank you for participating in this panel. And at this time, I just want to remind our audience that we have, when you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey, and we'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide. And also, this was just one of the many sessions that are happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. And in about a week, you'll be able to find the sessions recording, as well as any other sessions that you've attended at the same website where you registered. So again, thank you to our panelists, and thank you all for joining us today. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Thank you for facilitating as well.